Today on the channel we're going to be learning about image prompts and how to use them, image to image as well as image to text prompts. So let's get started. Alright, well we're just going to hop into it, and so the first thing we're going to need to do is this plus sign right here on the bottom. You're going to want to click it once. You can see that you can upload file, but if you double click it, it will let you upload a file. I've been having fun using this picture of me in Hawaii, but yes, we're going to upload the photo. We're going to press enter twice, and it's going to process it in. Once it processes it, you can right click on it, and it says that you can copy as a link, but I haven't been very successful with that. What I like to do is I use my Imagine prompt and I will drag and drop. Now what you can do is you can add your text prompt in here after. So let's say nuclear sky, neon rays, and we're going to do vapor wave. So while that's loading, we're going to go over here and we are going to check. And you can find all this information easily on Midjourney's user guide. It is under advanced prompts. It's going to be under image prompts. And here you go. It tells you how to put in your URL prompts. Also, it tells you how to download to Discord, everything that I've told you how to do here. This website is really helpful if you're new to Midjourney and you're just a beginner. There's a lot of useful information, so I would advise you to check it out. Alright, so we're going to go back to Midjourney, see what's going on there. And also while we're doing that, I want to just, we're going to play with one more. Double click again. We're going to grab this fun little rabbit we have here. We're going to add him to Discord. It's going to process. I'm going to take, oh, nope, I'm going to type in my Imagine prompt first. Don't forget that. Picture of Hawaii, space, space. I like to double space just so I know that these have spaced out. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and process this one. So those two will process with each other. And we're gonna come take a look at these two. Now that vaporwave gave us that fuzzy looking style to it. But wow, these are pretty cool. Wow, I look like I've gained some weight in that one. What's with the chin beard? It's really giving me the chin beard there. Anyways, so you can get some pretty cool results by like blending your pictures with text and also blending your pictures with pictures. Of course, you don't have to do it this way either. You can always do it with the prompt blend, and it'll give you the choice to do drag and drop your pictures, so I can do it that way, and we will try that out as well. So we'll take this one, and we're going to take this one, and we can add dimensions here, as you can see. It doesn't give us the option to add any text, so let's just press enter. It's going to blend those two as well. So here's what we got from our image prompt. This one's pretty cool. I don't love the red background. I can probably go into Photoshop and fix that up. This has turned into some weird kind of mango. But yeah, you get some pretty cool results. And opposed to the blended results, which also look similar, but just another option out there if you're playing with this image prompt tool. So we got some cool prompts here. Alright, and the last thing we're going to do is we're going to do multiple image prompting. So again, we're going to add one more. Let's do Van Gogh. Let's add him in here. Just because, you know, Van Gogh. And let's do the Imagine prompt instead of the blend. We're going to put Van Gogh in first, the bunny in second. We're going to put me in third. And then we're going to do photo, oh, no comma. Just type it right in there. realistic. Let's give it some dimensions this time. 1920 by 1080. Alright, it's going to take all three of these and it's going to blend them all together, and hopefully the results come out pretty interesting. But I did photorealistic this time. I put in some parameters as well, so we'll see what happens if you mix me, Van Gogh, and a bunny together. Wow, these came out pretty cool, but I don't know how they relate to the beginning. So here's what the images came out looking like. Wow, they are interesting. Very cool. So Van Gogh plus me mixed with a rabbit equals this. Look at this eye over here. Sorry. Look at the weird things that are happening in the eye. Very cool. Well, I hope you found that tutorial helpful. Here's a little slideshow that I put together of the prompts that I did last week on my live stream. You can find that on Twitch at MoneyMakesMonsters. It streams Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Pacific Standard Time, 9 till 10 p.m. So if you want to check that out and swing on by and add some input, and we can see how your prompts turn out. All right, till next time, peace.
That is the common sense of most people living today. We did, of course, have a religious view of our nature, that we were the children of a loving God who is in charge of this whole operation. But very few people actually believe that anymore. A great many people think they ought to believe in it, and would like to believe in it, but they don't. Most ministers that I know don't believe it, but they feel guilty about this because they feel they ought to. But it became implausible. There never was a serious argument against it. It simply became unthinkable in comparison with the dimensions of the universe as we now see it. So having lost a way of looking at the world, an image of the world which gave us some sense of meaning, we now have an image of the world which gives us none at all. And so we feel rather inclined to put up a fight against the whole show. Interestingly enough, when in the 19th century we switched our common sense from supernaturalism to naturalism, one would think that a naturalist would be a person who loved nature, just as a materialist ought to be a person who loves material, but certainly isn't. With what is called the philosophy of scientific naturalism, naturalism is used in a negative way. It has nothing to do with being natural. It has something to do with being not supernatural, merely natural. And all sorts of phrases were coined in that epoch, which I would call put-down phrases. Freud spoke of the basic psychic energy as libido, which means blind lust. People like Ernst Haeckel spoke of the universe as being a manifestation of blind energy. Think of that put-down word, blind. And therefore we also speak of unconscious mental mechanisms. And the very word unconscious, as being the deeper aspect of our psyche, is a negative word and a put-down word. So as to say, what you are functioning as a rational ego with values and with a capacity to love is simply the epiphenomenon of a purely mechanical process. Too bad. As a result of this so-called naturalism, we began to put up the most whopping fight against nature that was ever engaged in. And that fight is an expression of our fury and of our feeling of being left out. So that the technological experiment, which became possible as a result of the mechanical sciences, has largely been conducted in a spirit of rage. And the results are evident all around us. Here in Palm Springs, you are gradually getting all the smog from Los Angeles. This great cloud of poisonous gas put up by a city which is exemplary in this whole civilized world for fouling its own nest. Perhaps only Calcutta could be a bit worse, or some such terrible slum. But we have done it by technology, by ruthless beating about of nature without consideration for what the scientist would call our ecology. Ecology is that aspect of science which deals with the relationship between organisms and their environments. Ecology is the study of the balance of nature, of the way in which every living being depends upon innumerable other living beings of all species, and also upon inanimate forces, air, water, temperature, gases, vegetation, and all sorts of things.